In the background, you can hear a hum, like amps, because, well, there are amps in the studio. Martin Cilia is here, so is John Hall, and so is Nikki. Nikki's dragged a bass and that amp that's humming in the background and then into the studio. Welcome, everyone. Hooray, hooray for you.
Yay.
Martin, let's start with you. What are we going to see if we go along on next Saturday?
Instrumania. You're going to see a lot of instrumental music, funny enough. But I think what we're trying to offer here is an opportunity for instrumental fans to come and hear instrumental music, a whole night's worth, rather than, there's not that many instrumental gigs around.
Okay, so this is kind of surf music, all surf music?
Not all surf music. I'll be doing mainly a surf music set. There'll be a band that'll be playing tribute to the Shadows, who've just toured here recently.
Yep.
There's another band that's got the Hammond organ sound happening. They'll be doing a lot of Booker T style and sort of soul, sort of featuring the Hammond organ. And you've got Ben Rogers, who'll be playing his quirky instrumental asylum music.
So all this different music, no lead singer?
No lead singer disease.
Any
no.
singers at all? Any backups, any doo-wops, any shabuis?
Nothing. It depends how much everyone drinks, obviously.
Yeah.
But no
People yell out vocals. Yeah.
No singing plan. They can make their own lyrics up.
John, you've been drumming for, well, it's got to be more than 5 years now.
We bit over Richard, more like 35 or 40.
It was your daughter who actually sent me in all the press release, so she's to blame for you all being here, really.
Yes, Mandy's dubbed us all in. Yeah.
What's you've been drumming forever in all sorts of bands around the place and all sorts of places, from Whiskey A Go-Go on to now down to Moorabbin.
Yep.
What's the fun of it for you?
Oh, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to keep playing, learning new material all the time, playing old material. It just keeps you going. It's fantastic.
Martin, what's your background? Where will people know your work from? You're based out of Sydney, yeah?
Yes, I play with a band called the Atlantics, who's probably the Australia's most premier surf band or instrumental band. I joined them just over 10 years ago. I've done 3 or 4 albums with them, and we're still flying the flag for instrumental music. Bombora was a big song that the Atlantics had back in '63, which people will probably know.
Still sounds modern. I play it from time to time, and I'm reminded how sort of modern sounding Bombora is.
It doesn't date like some music dates.
Well, when you look at all the songs from '63, there's a lot of sort of cheesy pop in there that just, I don't know, dates it to that era straight away. But Bombora seems to stand up.
I think so. It's one of those classic tracks that you can't repeat again.
Is surf music... I get a sense that it's having something of a renaissance. Is it?
It definitely is. It wasn't called surf music back then, especially in Australia. Surf music now tends to be what we do, which is the instrumental side of it. You also have other people like maybe a Jax Johnson or whatever who are associated with the modern surf music, if you like.
A kind of folky, acoustic.
Yeah, which is totally different.
Yeah.
But the surf guitar, surf music has really come of age in the last 5-6 years, that term especially.
We should mention, what sort of guitar are you holding? Because you love your guitars.
I do.
What is this? I get the nasty feeling it's something special. What have you brought in?
This is a 1961 Fender Stratocaster. I've had it for many, many years, and I play it on all the Atlantics recordings.
Where did you find a 61 Fender Strat?
I grew up in Perth, and I located it there. I was very fortunate.
In someone's house, in a shop?
Yeah, word of mouth. But what happens
Word of mouth, I love that.
Yeah.
There's an old Strat. Did it need repair or anything?
No, it just needed tweaking. I tweaked it over a number of years, just little tweaks. No, it's all there. And basically what happens in Perth, you had a lot of English immigrants.
Yeah.
And they would bring guitars over from England. And
and then they stop playing it
they stop playing. They have their families,
rubbish.
And then someone finds it and says, "Oh, you got this guitar here." Yeah. So in Perth, being the most isolated city in the world was bad, but also good.
Yeah, I get it. It's like beachcombing. Things wash up there.
Yes, exactly.
All right,
makes sense. So I found a couple of my old guitars in Perth, many years ago, and they would come through. They arrive in this country through immigrants, primarily.
Yeah, that's a rich source of pickings.
Yes.
I thought I'd mention it because you're cradling it like your baby, like a treasured possession. As a guitarist, are guitars everywhere in your house?
No, I basically have more than one room. You'd come to my house, you wouldn't know they were there.
Really? You don't have them next to you on the couch or anything like that?
No, okay. Not at all. Just avoid that.
What about you, John? Where do you practice? Where do you drum?
I've got a little studio set up at home with a silent practice kit.
Okay.
It's rubber.
As the rubber one?
It's rubber, yep.
As opposed to anything with headphones on or anything?
Yep.
You just put the rubber pads on.
So I can play day and night, any hour, whatever, and the neighbours wouldn't even know I'm doing it.
Is there much fun in that when you whack rubber cymbals and go tumpty-tumpty on the
it's
rubber?
good because it builds you up.
Okay.
You know, they're difficult to play fast and get a lot of the rebounds. Probably reasonably okay, but you can play much faster on a kit. So if you really work hard on a rubber kit, you can play better on a drum kit.
It just occurs to me, drumming's probably a great workout, isn't it?
It is a fabulous
aerobic,
workout.
It's your arms, you've got to work your legs. So I'm thinking calf and Achilles and everything gets working as you work your feet.
I saw a survey, a health guy rated drummers as probably not far behind an athlete running a marathon.
Well, some I can imagine too,
Yeah.
Depending on what you play. Maybe
Yeah.
less with the brushes,
Yeah,
cruising
well.
for the late night set, but, you know.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you're all in here. Nikki's quietly standing by, humming in the background. She's got her bass strapped up, but no mic near her, so that's why we haven't chatted to her so much. People want to come along to the gig Instromania. It's next Saturday night at the Chandelier Room in Moorabbin. You can go to Instromania, spelled like it sounds, .com.au. Martin, what do you want to play?
I think we'll do the song we were just talking about, Bombora. We'll do a little
Do a little live
version of that,
three-piece
yes.
version?
and hopefully we can make this the Australian national anthem.
Yeah, sure. Crowd goes off. I see puka shells. I see golden breed T-shirts. I see treads. That's fantastic. A version of Bombora. How are you going, John?
Oh, just getting my breath back.
I was
No,
going to
that's a
say
marathon. That's a marathon.
That's a marathon, and I watched you carefully, and you were just powering through that. That's we were just talking about the aerobic benefits of drumming. Hey, Martin. I've got all sorts of SMSs. Richard, why don't you open with Bombora every day? That's from Ed. And love the reverb. It's from Jackie. Ooh, I got this so cranked up loud. That's from Cobber. And someone wants to know, Martin, are you related to Bill Cilia, the surfboard shaper?
No, someone else has asked me that, but no, I don't know Bill.
You haven't even met each other?
I've not even met him.
You're in the quasi-same business?
I know. No, I've heard the name mentioned to me a few times, but no, I've never even met him.
There's got to be some synergy there. The two of you could work on.
I would think so.
Something. I'd be getting. I'm getting chills hearing Bombora played live. It's a classic. It's tour in Croydon. It's interesting. Not only is it a part of our childhood from '63, you know, but it's played on an instrument. I was just trying to add up the years. '61, did we say Fender Strat?
Yes.
So it's and sounds magnificent.
It's the right sound for the song.
Yeah, absolutely is. What do you have to do to take care of someone who's getting on in years? What do you have to do to take care of your Fender? Anything special?
Just treat it how you want to be treated yourself. Like, don't leave it in boots of cars and stuff like that. I think that's a big trick. Just look after it.
Yes.
With respect.
Yes, indeed. As it deserves. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Nikki, who's been just standing quietly on bass up there. Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you,
I do
Richard.
appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Richard.
774 ABC Melbourne.